Welcome to the Any Last Words podcast. Four overzealous friends severely in over their heads navigate what they claim to be areas of their own expertise, be it nerd culture, politics, or critiquing media.
Join us, if you will.
For these may very well be
our last words.
Have you guys seen the video of Jamie Oliver cooking chicken nuggets in front of children, trying to convince them that it was disgusting and that they shouldn't eat it anymore? And at the very end, he's like, "Would you still eat this?" And they all shoot their hands up immediately, and it's so good. It's so good.
He starts crying, and it's like, "Yes, Jamie, try some more. Yes, you fucking little British twat."
3, 2, 1. I guess. Let's do
I
this.
suppose. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Any Last Words podcast, rated 13 stars out of 3 bagels on the interwebs. My name's Calan.
And here's your manager, Reggie.
And here is Brandon. More homeless than last week, as you can probably tell.
My God, we're all so despondent this week. What's happened?
Yeah.
It's almost as if we're in lockdown for like 2 months.
Yeah.
How long have we been in lockdown for?
It's been since the beginning of July, I believe.
July.
Yeah, it's about 2 months at this point.
Yep.
I'm starting to lose it, I think.
And thanks to Gladys Koala Killer Berejiklian, we're going to be stuck like this until December. Yay.
Yeah.
Such fun. On that brilliant note, guys, smash that like button. Do it.
Welcome back.
Yeah. For every like this video gets, one less person will contract COVID and then sit in a fucking IKEA for 11 hours and spread it to 500 people in New South Wales.
Man, IKEA. Oh, I miss IKEA.
IKEA meatballs.
IKEA's great.
God, their meatballs, their sausage rolls, their ice cream. Oh.
Why do you go to IKEA for their sausage rolls? Like, I mean, they're good.
Well, I know, but like, it's just the nostalgia behind them, you know?
This is true.
That's all. Yeah.
Their ice creams I can 100% understand. Like, that's a novelty. You get to fill your own ice cream cup. That's it.
Wow.
Not anymore, I think. I think they
Really?
stopped letting people do that because they were,
COVID.
because they were bringing in like their own cups.
Oh. But it gave out a designated amount of ice cream, did it not?
I don't know. They stopped it for some reason. This is before COVID, so who knows?
I do remember like seeing these videos of like broken IKEA machines where they weren't accepting the coins, so people could just like fill up the ice cream as much as they wanted. And I'd always pray that the ice cream machine was broken going to IKEA, because it's like, this is the day where I stick my head under that thing and then just go. I just fill my ass up with ice cream.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, it'd be like that. Brandon's dad watches this podcast. Hello, Charles. Are we on a first name basis now?
That's not his name.
It's his YouTube account's name, and I'm going with that. I know it's not his actual name.
That's his English name.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to like name drop him. I'm going to name drop him, but I won't name drop him.
Yeah, his name is actually...
It's Mr. Brain Senior.
Exactly.
Oh, imagine if I was a Brandon Jr. That might be a bit more cool.
You would get no end of shit. Like, not even just from us. Like...
Oh, yeah, I'd just be called Junior all the time. It wouldn't be more cool.
I mean, you already are a junior.
Oh, well, by that logic, we're all juniors. Come on.
No, but you're the youngest.
You are the youngest here. That makes you the junior.
When am I never the youngest?
You are
Let's be
the
real.
junior.
I'm sure we could find you a group of children to hang around.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, let's just go find the nearest daycare center.
Yeah, I've been in concerning situations like that. I was playing Pokemon Go with a friend, and I just decided to sit my fat ass down in front of this playground. A bunch of kids turned up, and I'm just some 6'3" ass man with a big ass beard, and my friend is like, Calan, maybe we should move. I sat there for another 25 minutes at least.
Hey, it's a public space. You can do what you want.
Exactly, and fuck them kids.
Well, no.
Not the way you're thinking, you dirty minded prick.
Well, still, just no. In general, it's a park, kids' park, probably. I assume. I don't know. I haven't left the house in a while. I forgot what they look like.
Oh wow, that is concerning.
What, you're talking about the children?
Is it good or a bad thing?
Just things in general. I've been staring at 3 computer screens like 2 months now.
Oh, at least you got 3.
Oh, okay.
I see how it is. You're like those fucking celebrities singing Imagine in their mansions.
That's true, actually, yeah.
I know there's celebrities trying to tour around their house.
I know.
This is my flat screen TV.
And this is the flat screen TV that my flat screen TV watches.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I mean, honestly though, my chair has gotten so flat over the past 2 months. Like, it was so plump before. It was so comfy. And now it's just like a flat slab.
You gotta get some supplementary.
I know. First world problem, but still, it's.
No, that's a pretty important problem. Like posture is very important in this day and age.
Yeah.
Screw posture. I'm just more concerned that that's how long I've been sitting here for.
Maybe you should stand up once in a while.
I do. But unfortunately, when you have like 3 to 4 hour classes almost every day, you can't stand up.
Yeah, this
just
is
go
true.
for a walk.
Do what I do and like only turn up for like half an hour and then just dip. That's right, I'm safe. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, it's a free course you've got, man.
I know. It's great. People should take advantage of the government more by being poor.
Yeah, that's
actually, now I think about it, Brandon, you could get free TAFE courses.
Yeah, I could. But I don't think I need that right now. I've got a bit too much on me plate, I must say.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, you could.
I could.
You could probably get them. I mean, how long's your degree? Like 3 years, You still get youth allowance so like until you're 25 or some shit, 24. That's still time to do some free TAFE courses after uni.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you could do some really interesting shit, like a patisserie course.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you could learn how to, like, patisserie.
That's very true.
Yeah. Or
should we wait for Reggie?
I don't know. For our audio listeners, which is every single one of you, Reggie's just run off.
Yeah.
And I don't see why.
I don't think we'll ever see why.
No.
She said 1 sec, but that was like a minute ago, so.
Shit, she did. I wasn't even. Oh, that's in footnotes. I can't see chat. I'm an idiot. Well, she said to keep talking, so maybe we should have just kept talking.
Yeah, we are keeping talking.
We are keep talking. Nice weather we're having, eh?
Calan, I haven't seen the weather.
Bro, you need to touch some grass.
I have touched some grass. Actually, I went outside a little bit today. I touched some grass, touched some concrete, licked the pavement.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you boost the fucking immunosystem.
Exactly.
Start licking concrete.
Yeah, isn't that right, Reggie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously.
Obviously.
Yeah, Reggie, you do like some bioscience or something,
yeah,
right?
We obviously lick the concrete during our practicals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
if you're not like tasting everything, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Like you can tell there's
chemicals they bring in.
Like different types of bacteria. There's like the good bacteria and the bad bacteria. Well, you need some of that bacteria from the concrete.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's essential.
When you get
body.
the like bacteria cultures back from the fucking room that cultivates the cultivatey thingy, you lick all the cultures and be like, you can tell by whether it's good bacteria or not by the sting on your tongue. Obviously. Yeah. So I recommend
that. It's like how when you have like iron deficiency and like lack of vitamins and stuff.
Exactly.
Sometimes you get like concrete deficiency.
I've got concrete deficiency before.
I know.
Isn't that what happened with the kidney stone? Like,
well, that's when I had too much concrete. I overcompensated on my concrete deficiency recovery. Oh no! Pissing cement for a week.
Those were the days.
Yeah,
you can still go out.
It's been hard.
That's what she said.
It
was been tough.
It was quite difficult. I kind of want another kidney stone. Just to,
God damn it,
look, I'm gonna get one. All right, I am. But I want to see, like, what can I force myself to do while I've got a stone, you know?
Oh my God, you're a masochist.
I might be. But I mean, like, it's going to happen. I come from a long line of people who get kidney stones. We've been over this on the episode where I had kidney stones.
Go check it out.
Yeah. I forgot which episode, but just go watch it.
Me too.
We all got stoned.
Exactly. I wish. At some point, I will get stoned on the podcast. But yes, I want to go through it. I want to have another one, just to, like, refresh my mind on how it was. It was horrible. I couldn't sleep at all. I didn't drink water for like 4 days, and I didn't eat for like a week. I lost 6 kilos in a week, and it was horrible. But I want to go through it again just to refresh my mind, then just like see if I could pull through. Because I went about 3 days without doing anything about it. I was on like a train to someone else's house to help them with a uni assignment at the time. Like, I want to see if I try again, could I pull through, and could I have like finished that train ride and then gotten on a bus and for like 20 minutes with a kidney stone, then like worked on someone else's assignment for an hour or so. Could I go to the gym with a kidney stone? You know?
Wow.
Exactly. These are all important questions.
Yeah.
These are fantastic questions. Yeah. I needed that. God damn it, man. Hey, it would make for another entertaining few episodes where we get to listen to your kidney stone troubles.
It would.
Tune in next time.
Calan gets a kidney stone again. Oh, no.
Yeah, the sequel.
12 likes and I'll get another kidney stone.
Oh, no. You know what? I want to see that. I've got like 5 accounts that I can like the video with. Yeah, you know. So
it's not like
fine,
we're
guys.
doing anything better.
This is true. I'm happy to pop out another kidney stone during the middle of fucking COVID.
Hey, you'll be able to go out.
Exactly. Like, no, I can't do shit to test my strength.
Let's all just
in that case, I'll just have to like break the law while having a kidney stone. That'll be like really intense. Like, I'm on the run from the cops. They're like trying to tell me to stay at home, and I've got a kidney stone, and it's like GTA or some shit. I'm just running from the cops.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
We'll see how that goes.
And they can't take you to prison because you got a kidney stone.
Exactly. It's like, this is abuse. I will sue them.
Precisely.
Like Karen.
Yeah.
It sounds like a good plan, guys.
That's the only way to get by in this world.
It really is. Tune in next week when I do that exact plan.
Yeah.
For 12 likes. Remember.
Exactly.
12 likes. 12 likes and he will do
13 likes and I'll do it with 2 kidney stones blocking up both of my kidneys simultaneously, and then it just gets really dangerous after like a week and a half.
Wow. Okay, sure. Yeah, all right. Fair enough. Yeah. And anyways, moving on from the kidney stone, I think it's very important that we talk. Yeah, I mean, of course, but what's been going on in your guys' lives? Anything important? Like I don't know, uni.
That was the most open-handed.
Look, I'm rusty. Okay, it's been a week since we recorded.
It's been a week since I've recorded every recording.
I know.
That's kind of.
Look, I'm sorry. I'm stuck in this perpetual loop. Okay, it's like a weird Groundhog Day.
No.
It's awful.
That's fair though. We should watch Groundhog Day.
Yeah,
Why?
for some reason I remember watching it in like our history class.
Yeah.
Weird.
Why?
It's not
I don't know, because how...
It's not a great movie.
Fair enough.
It's alright.
I mean,
well, in that case, I'll watch The Truman Show or The Room.
Okay, I'd rather watch The Truman Show.
what's the Truman Show?
Well, that's
What?
sad.
Yeah, I know.
That's such a miserable life.
Yeah,
Really?
see, welcome back to the Any Last Words podcast, guys, where Brandon doesn't know another item of pop culture.
Oh, we should have watched that.
Oh, well. We should.
Back when we had free time.
Oh, no. We have free time all the time. It's not my fault you're in fucking uni.
You have free time all the time.
Yeah, free
Calan.
time.
I shouldn't. I've got like 5 weeks of work backlogged because I haven't done anything.
My God, man. Do your work.
No. Gladys Berejiklian's paying. I'm going to fail this course for free.
That's...
Not really. I'll just do it last minute.
Lies.
Yeah.
It's fucking TAFE work. I'll be done in like half an hour.
Yeah,
I have a
probably.
superiority complex. It'll be fine.
I mean, it's free as well. How hard can it be?
I mean, it's not
Calan.
meant to be free.
Callan,
Yeah.
do you have any
Yeah.
updates for us on your annoying peers?
They're still annoying. Yeah.
Nothing's changed.
I should. Nothing has changed. Like every week, Monday through Wednesday, I have to sit there from like 9 to 5. Well, not 9 to 5 because lockdown, so like half the classes are gone. But for like 4 hours a day, I got to sit with most of these fuckers. And I'm trying to think of something else. You know what? Actually, there's this one kid who I despise, and I don't know his name, and I don't care to know his
Just
name.
one? I thought there was like
But-
the whole class.
Well, I mean, I hate them all, but like, we're talking about one specific person again. We talked about the teaching assistant last week. We're talking about someone else again. This kid,
Okay.
just for reference to those who are out of town, we're not exactly in the most well-endowed area. Like, we're in a perfectly respectable area, but like, you know, not everyone out here's got a fucking estate with a pool and whatnot. But this kid, for a video filmography class, he asks our lecturer if it was okay for him to film his friend driving his golf cart while his dog chased after him. And
Okay.
Wow.
this implies a lot of things, which was confirmed in a later video that was shown to too many people for my liking. That one, he owns a golf cart. Like it's just there on his property, and he owns it. And he also has a lot of dogs.
Friends.
It wasn't just one. I don't know if he has friends. He doesn't need friends, honestly. He's got like half a dozen of these really expensive breeds of dog and cat.
Man's best friend.
My God. Exactly.
He's got like a lot of best friends.
Yeah, I mean, like everyone else had done like I don't know. Someone did like a video of them making toast.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know, like some normal, sensible things. You know, people are trying to appreciate the small things in life. And then there's
Bro.
golf cart doing donuts.
I mean, if I had a golf cart, I would do the same, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's a
but
golf
do you
cart.
have a golf cart?
I wish.
I know, we all wish you had a golf cart. How much is a fucking golf cart?
That's
Well, I don't think that's
one.
the problem. I think it's the land.
That's my problem. This kid just has a fucking
gotta-
golf cart.
Would, yeah,
Like, why?
Maybe,
Why does he
maybe
need
he's
a golf cart?
Does he do
Calan,
golf?
why do we need anything?
We don't need a lot of... I doubt it. Golf carts are so expensive, they don't even list the prices on the website. You have to inquire, you know? That tells me that
Yeah,
that's
they're basically just a car.
Yeah, but it's a golf cart. Like, this implies to me that he probably got like a Range Rover or a Land Cruiser or some shit for his 16th birthday, and he got the golf cart beforehand because he wasn't old enough to drive a car. So he probably got the golf cart for like his 15th birthday. Exactly,
Yeah,
you know, like some parents like buy a car for their kids when they're 14. Yeah. Just be like, hold on to the car for a while. But no, they just bought him a golf cart while they waited to buy him a car later on in his life.
Yep.
It's like, well damn, like, what can we do? We don't have a golf cart. He's probably got at least 2 toilets. I'd say maybe even 3.
One for peeing and one for pooping. And yeah, an extra one for God knows what.
The third one for vomiting.
For leisurely activity.
Exactly. Like if you need to like sit on the toilet and just scroll through your phone for like an hour or so, you go to that toilet. Like you take a piss in the first, take a shit in the second, then go sit on your phone on the third.
Just to chillax, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's got like relaxing music in there.
It's like in the Zen garden.
Exactly.
Yeah, with all the plants around.
But then like, yeah. Should he even be doing a TAFE course? Like at that point, like could he not just go straight to uni?
He wants
like,
to prove to
you need
strict parents.
I doubt his parents are strict. He's got a fucking golf cart.
Bro, he's got issues.
Yeah, he's got issues. He's got a golf cart.
Maybe the choice was you go to uni or you get a golf cart. It's one or the other.
That is the weirdest ultimatum I've ever heard. I don't want to be that kind of parent.
I choose golf cart.
A golf cart every day.
Little did they know I wanted them to get the golf cart for me. Oh no. But it's just so wild to me. Like, what's he doing in a $2,000 TAFE course?
Free.
He's driving around in his fucking buggy.
They see me rolling.
Like, surely he could. Exactly. Like, I don't know. Maybe he wants to just do this on the side or some shit. But, like, sure, he could easily go to uni with this, right?
No, but all the uni money would have gone towards the golf cart. You're not understanding.
There's a big gap between a uni degree and a golf cart. I know golf carts are expensive, but they're not that expensive.
You don't know that, Calan. Inflation rates.
Inflation rates. Golf carts must be pretty expensive. Like back in the day, $50 golf cart easy. But nowadays, it could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Wow.
Oh no.
See, this is what happens when you put people in lockdown for more than 2 months. They start to lose it a little bit.
You know what, though? Like, lockdown does bring out gems in people, because I have found something that we do need to coerce Brandon into watching.
Also, just real quick, yes, it does bring out the best in people because Calan has a mustache now, so, you know, just saying.
True.
Anyways, please continue.
But yes, a long time ago in the land of Hollywood, back in the 90s.
Yes.
Okay. We all know Dan Harmon, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Currently, he's like a writer for Rick and Morty right now and all that shit. But back in the late 90s, he's a comedian, yes, actor, comedian, etc.
No, I meant writer for Community.
Oh, yes, and Community. I am so smart right now. I can hear everything.
I'm really far from my mic. That's my bad.
Yeah, fair enough. Yes, like they all like here. Ben Stiller formed like a super team, like Dan Harmon, Jack Black, Owen Wilson, bunch of like A-list celebrities, which were back then like B-list at best, to create a pilot for a TV series that would never be aired, called Heat Vision and Jack, which was the story about Jack, who plays Jack, and he is the world's smartest man whenever he is exposed to the sun. After a freak accident, involving like he was an astronaut and he ended up too close to the sun and it radiated his brain. He becomes like the most super intelligent person in the world, but only during the day. And his roommate, who is voiced by Owen Wilson, was turned into a motorcycle. So it's a living motorcycle with the voice of Owen Wilson. And he and Jack just drive around and like they're being hunted by the FBI. And that enough should have you, but just like the fact that this happened, the fact that you see Jack Black riding a motorcycle that is being voiced by Owen Wilson. The opening theme was fucking written by Tom Jones as well. I forgot to mention that. You have no idea who Tom Jones is, Brandon, but to me, he is like it's like the Jack Black of music, but like from the 80s. Kind of. Okay. Classics like What's Up, Pussycat.
Oh, yep.
Right.
But yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And Ron Silver, I forgot. Ron Silver plays himself as the main antagonist.
Of course.
Yes, naturally. It exists.
Yeah.
Like this need like the fact that I mean obviously it wasn't followed through for like a full season. But there is like an hour and 20 minutes worth of content just sitting on YouTube of Heat Vision and Jack. Like the pilot episode. And it's a full-blown production as well. Just, in the late 90s.
Wow.
So obviously Ben Stiller opens and they're like, oh, we've got special effects like you've never seen. Better than something called Star Wars. And he starts shitting on George Lucas for like the first 5 minutes. Because it's like a pitch at the beginning. It doesn't even cut right into the fucking show. It's just Ben Stiller sitting there in like his office and he's just shitting on George Lucas because he got an Emmy and George didn't. And then the special effects are fucking garbage. Oh, no. Jesus. And it's implied that the motorcycle, like Owen Wilson, the motorcycle, has like sensual relations with women wherever it goes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Jack obviously gets the girl within like 5 minutes, go from enemies to lovers like that. And then it's so dramatic. This is like lockdown. This is lockdown material. And I feel like lockdown brings this out into people.
That's really accurate, actually. Yeah.
Like, without the likes of being forced to isolate at home, people wouldn't be seeing this kind of thing. Like, Heat Vision and Jack would have just disappeared into the internet. This 1999 pilot that never got off the ground. Things like that.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense, actually.
We should watch it.
It's kind of insanity the world needs sometimes.
One of my uni assignments is to make a 30-second short film purely out of like images we find on the internet. And the themes are so weird. It can be an action, a romantic comedy, a drama, or a horror 30-second film.
Okay.
And yeah, some of the material they gave us to begin with was like grocery store items. I know this doesn't sound very interesting, but I obviously picked the ice cream sandwich.
Naturally.
I am naturally going to put the ice cream sandwich into a Western action.
I like this.
And I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to just play to all the Western tropes you could think of. Such as the
gun face off,
of course, like the sunset, duel.
Ice cream sandwich rides off into the sunset.
That's the one. And of course, when you open the tavern for the first time, everyone turns their head to look at you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You've got the swinging doors behind you.
Exactly. You got the person on the stage who's dancing for money or something. I forget what they're called.
There's a guy playing a saloon piano.
Exactly. And then there's like the saloon brawl, the classic saloon brawl.
He walks up to the bar, orders something, gets it, and then he smashes the jar over someone's head.
Oh, yeah. And then everyone just starts fighting each other for no reason. Yep. It's great.
It's perfect. It works every time.
Yep. 30 seconds. That's what I'm gonna shove all that into it.
If you want to see that, listen to our next episode.
Yes, that'll be ready by next episode and uploaded onto the fucking Any Last Words podcast YouTube channel, right, Brandon?
Yep, right.
Sure,
next to,
yeah.
Calan reading the Bee movie.
Yeah, it'll be right up there with that, which is also great, and you should definitely watch that if you're over 18.
Should I watch it, Calan?
Are you over 18?
We do a reaction video.
I am over 18, but sometimes it's a bit questionable.
No, you probably shouldn't, realistically.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
But, yeah.
Brandon's dad listens to this podcast.
Sometimes he does, yes.
On occasion, whenever he wants to put up the front that he cares about his son's livelihood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is fair. Like, I'd be the same. I'd be a horrible dad. Well, that's implying that your dad's a horrible dad. He's not, but you know what I mean.
Wow, Calan.
That's an awesome dad.
That's dangerous ground you're walking there. Wow.
But it's like, oh my God, my son has a fucking podcast and he makes me listen to it. It's so fucking awkward.
I don't make people do anything.
Point a gun at your dad's head and make him watch it.
Look,
how could you, Brandon? You're a horrible son, forcing your dad to listen to your podcast.
I don't even force myself to edit this podcast on time, okay?
Neither do I, so it like carries over.
Yeah, I know. I'm on the receiving end of that, Calan.
I know.
But it's okay. It's all right. But point being, the only reason why is because of uni. Yeah, I'm going to blame it on uni because it's taking up all my dang time. And
it's allowed to come out late anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry about that, by the way, guys, for you listening.
Stop apologizing. It's fine.
No, it was like an hour late last week. It's fine, but
that's only an hour late. You do not want to know what I do to our Spotify listeners sometimes.
What do you do to them?
What?
I have had to drop 3 episodes at once because I forgot to upload for a couple of weeks.
Oh,
like
overwhelming them too much.
Typical.
Like it happens. Brandon, you're fine.
Thanks.
To our Spotify listeners, I apologize. Whenever an episode's late, it's because of me.
Yes, I
honestly, Brandon's not even that bad.
That's
he's
fine.
Honestly
for our real hardcore fans, they can have 3 good episodes to binge watch or binge.
I know, that's great.
Of course. But man, Reggie, how are you going with uni? What's that life like?
It's busy because the teachers, like the demonstrators, they kind of don't really care. And so they chuck a lot of work and lecture slides and they just don't care about people.
I mean, that's just uni though.
Yeah. I had a prac the other day and I had never seen the demonstrator. He's only been sending emails and stuff. And as soon as I went into the Zoom, his face pops up and all of us just kept talking about how scared we got when we saw the guy. Because his room was very, very dark. And it looks like Calan right now with just his face.
Really?
Light up. Yeah. And he had just blonde hair.
I would totally do a class like this.
It was kind of creepy. And he looked like one of the villains from Harry Potter or whatever. It was creepy. But he was a good demonstrator. He talked fine. He was very knowledgeable. It's just I have a separate group chat with other people. and Budgie talks to me about this, and we're talking, like, one of her friends says that because they came into the Zoom late, and they said, "Oh my god, guys, I just came into the Zoom and I got jump scared from looking at the demonstration." Yeah, it's pretty sad. But
it is.
No, I get it.
It's okay.
But it is what it is, though.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I kind of like that relation. I mean, not the whole, like, scary sitting in a dark room. I mean, it's kind of funny, but, like, I don't mind just having content thrown at me and then that's it, you know?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
It depends. It depends, I guess.
It depends on the class. Like, sometimes it's really intuitive.
Yeah, like if it's a really hands-on thing that you need to be shown how to do, then, you know, you'd like to have some demonstration there.
Yeah.
But if it's just textbook work, then, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it's
basically business studies in year 12.
Yeah.
No, but one of my other classes, it's like a bio class kind of thing, and we have to do practicals, but we do the experiments, I quote, by ourselves, as in we have to read the experiment, like, lab manual, and I don't know how we're supposed to do it, but
well, I mean, that's a bit of a two-way issue. Like, did they write the prac up well enough, or?
I mean, it was okay.
I'm not going to say the alternative, but you know what I mean.
It was okay, but we really should, like, be seeing how it's supposed to go. And
it needed more pictures.
No, we need, like, an actual demonstration on how, you know, it works. I mean, we don't really need to, but we would like to.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways, I also have a group chat for this subject, and a demonstrator gives us a lot of YouTube videos as well. And one of the people from my group chat was saying, why do I even go to uni? I should have just graduated YouTube school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I feel like I can relate to that, because one of my classes right now is teaching us how to use the Adobe suite.
Oh.
And I swear to God, I could just be watching, like, 20-minute YouTube tutorials and get the exact same amount of information. But instead, they're making us sit there for 3 hours straight, right? 3 hours straight, listening to this guy slowly go, okay, now to open up a Photoshop file.
Okay, but Brandon.
What you want to do is...
With the breathing as well.
Brandon. You sad, Barry. Oh, that was an interesting spoonerism. You sad soul. You know, you don't actually have to sit there, right? You can just, like, log in, turn off your camera, and then fuck off for 3 hours.
I know.
didn't really do that in tape. I did that in uni, all right?
I know. That's what I've started to do, kind of, because it
took
just...
you long enough. You should have been doing that from week one.
From the very beginning.
Yeah, I mean, week one was... Yeah, I should have done that from week one, but the Photoshop tutorial was insane. And, like, he gave us an alternate tutorial to look at just in case we missed something. It was 6 hours long. A 6-hour tutorial on... Yes, on Photoshop. And, like, I get Photoshop has a lot of complex things in it, but 6 hours.
You're not gonna need all
it's
that.
It's the breathing. The breathing took half of those hours.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, no, it was a professionally done tutorials on, like, LinkedIn or something, but God.
Okay, so dude just took, like, tutorial to the next level and decided to just talk everything. My God.
Yeah.
You take your hand and you move your hand to the screen.
I can't even play games for 6 hours, let alone record a tutorial of a software for 6 hours.
Exactly.
Absolutely bothered.
But yeah.
Bro, he better have gotten paid for that. Or it's like his life duty or some shit.
He's got nothing.
Yeah, I think it's... I have no idea. But yeah, my teacher, he doesn't really care much, but it's still fun, I guess, because I like After Effects. It's so much fun playing with that, but God, because the tutorials, they're going forever. And like, he doesn't write up the work that we need to do for the lesson.
Oh,
so you have to sit there and wait for him to tell you what work you need to do so you can hand it in.
Oh,
That's
you
sneaky
fucker.
It's so annoying.
Oh,
right?
You want to kill the bastards.
Yeah. And it's fine because for some people who have never used it before,
it's not
right?
fine.
It's not fine, but I get it kind of.
You shouldn't.
I shouldn't have to, but I do. All right.
All right. Sure, there's a reason, but it's a bad reason. That's like saying, I see what Hitler meant, though. Being a vegetarian is nice. That doesn't fly.
Yeah, of course.
Hitler was just dealing with traffic.
He was a failed art student.
Exactly.
Can I just say, but abstract art became incredibly popular after the 40s, after World War II. Now, I mean, there's a lot of actual reasons for that, but personally, my personal thesis is that suddenly art schools everywhere got really, really paranoid about creating the next Hitler, so they just started accepting whatever shit people gave them. Hence, abstract art was considered art.
I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. I mean...
That's not the reason, but because leading up till then, it was mostly Renaissance style shit, right, Brandon?
Yeah.
And then post-war, people kind of didn't want to see reality. They wanted to see abstractions and ideas and not depressing as fuck things. And then the Great Depression came along. But personally, I like the Hitler theory better.
Yeah, I mean... It was the art that made Hitler do all that terrible stuff, right? Obviously.
He wasn't even that bad of an artist. I'll happily admit that Hitler was a better artist than I was.
My God.
Yep.
Unironically, some of what he did was kind of good.
Sweat, and tears.
He painted France in red. Oh no.
That is terrible. Okay. But either way, the point is that thank you, university. It's so helpful.
Gotta love it.
It's okay. Yeah. Now, I got another story for you guys. I'm a bit on the fence about telling it. That'll make sense in a few minutes. Now, I realize I'm just kind of playing into you guys making fun of me at this point, which I'm fine with. Yeah,
I still love you, Brandon.
Thanks. I don't believe you.
I love you, Brandon.
No. Okay. So basically, in year 9 English, we had to make short films. Right at the end of the year.
This.
Oh.
It was just a fun thing. I think I've mentioned it before, and as part of my group's short film, it involved me climbing into a bush, acting like some kind of documentary narrator guy, kind of being like, "Oh my God, look off in the distance. There's a wild person. Wow," And so, unfortunately, the only way to get into this bush was to climb over a kind of smallish fence, which at the time, since we were all short still, it was a bit taller than us. Shut up. But anyways, so I had to hop over this fence, and hopping over it was fine, right? I just had to push up and then swing my leg over. But then the other side was lower than the concrete, so getting back over would have been a problem. And so what happened was my friends were like, "Okay, come on, Brandon, you got to get out of there now." And I did. I hopped on top of the fence. But then one of my friends, I'm gonna call him Tyrone. He deserves that. He just stood right in front of me and watched me sitting on top of that fence, perched like an owl. For 10 seconds, he just was staring at me sitting there, and I couldn't hop down because he was right in front of me. I would have hurt him otherwise. So I decided
deserved it. I think
would have deserved it.
Tyrone is.
He would have deserved it.
Cheeky little lad.
He would have deserved it. But instead, I decided to spare him that pain of me falling on top of him, and I fell off the fence backwards back into the bushes.
Oh, you're such a good friend.
My shoe got caught in the rails. It split open.
Oh,
the teacher was watching. I'm going to call... she just kind of looked and just turned around and walked the other way. Which is absolutely fair enough.
I'm not dealing with that. I didn't see shit.
I was fine, right? I was fine, but God, I'm never going to forget that day when I fell off of a fence. That was the most reckless thing I ever did in high school, mind you.
Reckless?
Really?
Wow.
All of high school? You've never done anything more reckless than that?
Well, I didn't shave my mustache once, and that got me on a detention, so I don't know.
Wow.
Not to jump on the hate train, but like I feel like it wasn't even much of a mustache.
No, it wasn't.
Like, okay, not to call you out, because I feel like my mustache sucks and I have to grow it out for months just to get anywhere with it.
No, I agree, because at the time there was barely anything there. It was just the teacher who was in charge was a bit of a stickler, and the coordinator, he came and talked to me once. And he was just like, all right, so you're being told to shave. And he was just looking at my face. He's like, there's nothing really there. It's just bum fluff, kind of. And I'm like, thanks. Yeah, I kind of know. And so, I ended up on a detention anyways, but,
I had the same experience on the first day of that year. Like, I didn't want to shave the day or that morning, but like the day before or that morning, because then it ends up looking too clean. So I left it for 2 days, but apparently that was still enough time for stubble to come through. So then he just hoarded my ass right out of the class on the first day. But I got off of it because, like, while he was talking about it, I was instinctively like feeling my face. Like, it's not that bad, is it? But then he interpreted that as if like I was... Like when I was shaving, I was getting like a rash or some shit, so I was intentionally not shaving. When in reality, it was just that like I needed to shave like every 2 fucking days, and I'm too lazy for that.
Fair
so
enough.
I got out of the detention, arguably for something that's a lot worse than your peach fuzz moustache.
I know. God,
I'm good at that. I get out of detention a lot.
Yeah, so that was the one and only time I ever was on a detention in my whole high school career, and I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
I know, I've only had one detention. Because I didn't do my work.
What?
Oh, you actually had a reasonable reason to go to detention.
Because I just moved into the class, that's why. And I didn't know.
Despicable.
I got moved into a math class and didn't do work for like 2 months, and I got out of it.
2 minutes.
My God.
Wait, sorry, repeat that?
It was a detention that lasted 2 minutes. The teacher just told me, just finish it off. So I did it really quickly, showed it to her, and then left.
Good.
That was my detention. 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
Impressive.
I know.
God, that is despicable of you, Reggie. I can't believe you did that. How dare you? Christ.
The one full detention I served was because I was wearing a mixed match.
I
sock.
served one detention.
Yes. One sock was
Same here.
So
the other sock was just a plain white.
Damn it, Calan. That is horrible.
It was despicable.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's... I can't believe you. I can't believe
I know.
That's despicable. But hey, it doesn't even matter anymore. Detention doesn't even exist.
I know.
I always wondered though what an Arvo was like.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah. Because like, I don't know, what would that feel like, having to stay behind for like 30 minutes, I guess? I don't know. How does that work?
I didn't know we even had that.
I'm pretty sure we did. I always heard of it, but I never saw it happen.
I mean, I know it happens. I think I'd known one person who had that experience. but I never really got to experience it myself, and I never heard many stories about it.
Like after school.
Yeah, like it was on Wednesdays specifically. They would keep you back on Wednesday afternoon for like you would definitely miss your bus. Your parents would have to go out of their way to get you, etc.
Oh,
There'd be a confrontation more likely than not.
that's heavy.
Maybe they would have taken your phone as well, so your parents would have to go to the office and collect your phone.
Did you guys
You
ever
sound
have your
like
phone confiscated?
No. What
Yeah,
kind of
that's
whip brings the phone out? You should know how to hide that.
I know. I didn't have a phone until I was in like year, was it 12 or 11? 12.
Damn.
I think. Was it 11? It was 12.
I mean, by year 12, they just let us do whatever we wanted anyway.
Exactly. So, like, I had my phone out in pretty much every class.
Sure.
Yeah.
Actually, I think Brandon remembers, especially in English, on occasion, I just pull it out and start listening to music.
It wasn't even... You just did anything you wanted, Calan, on your laptop, on your phone, playing Pokemon sometimes, doing all sorts of stuff. God.
Standard behavior.
Yeah. Instead of studying T.S. Eliot, yeah.
No, I just knew T.S. Eliot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Irregardless, it's about that time where we fuck off. Resident artist, ghosting_Charlie.
Yeah.
I've got a new Instagram with art and shit, but I'm not bothered to find the name of that. But you could probably find that through their original Instagram. Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it's like an additional one rather than a new one.
Oh no, I've been living under a bus.
Me
Oh
too.
no, well, it only happened like a couple of days ago.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been living under a bus.
Well, I've been living under a house.
My house?
Getting really uncomfortable. No.
I mean, it's not very comfortable down there yet, but fair enough.
There's enough room. You live on a hill. You got the gap underneath there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, irregardless. Like, subscribe, fuck off. Yeah.
Leave.
Yeah.
But still listen to us.
See you next week.
Gordon Ramsay doesn't know how to make a grilled fucking cheese. He did this video. He was in the homeland as well. He was in Tasmania getting some local Australian cheese so we could replicate this ourselves. But he tried to make a grilled cheese sandwich, and it was one of the shittiest fucking grilled cheese sandwiches I've ever seen.
Really?
Pulls it out, and it's just like a block of cheese, and he says, "Oh, that's melted. Gorgeous. Yes. Delicious. The bread's so crusty. Yes, lovely."